Hello from Covenant Life Fellowship. My name is Bev Porter and welcome to Bev's Lifeline. Today, the topic is prayer, my convictions concerning prayer, and how I've learned through my experiences the criticality of prayer. To illustrate, I want to share with you some experiences that I've had through my marriage. I am married to the nicest person I've ever known, Ken Porter, who is also the pastor of Covenant Life Fellowship. We've always had such a busy life, a life that takes us away from our home. And consequently, that means that some of the things that we needed to do around our house just didn't get done. We would add it to the list of things that we would need to do. Now listen, I got the things on my list done. But my husband, the man that the Lord has blessed me with, just seemed like he couldn't get those things done on his list. It would be so frustrating to me. Things that he said he would do, like hang a picture on the wall, it stayed on the list. Even things that I thought that he should just know, like taking out the trash. You can see that the trash is overflowing. Why would I have to say, honey, can you take out the trash? Why is that necessary? He should see it. Even little things that he would do around the house started to bug me. When we would get home from a long day at work and the kids from school, you know what they would do? They would have a sock fight. And they would go throughout the entire house throwing socks at each other. They would just be laughing. You know what I would be thinking? Who's going to pick up those socks? I didn't participate because I was so overwhelmed with the thought of who's going to pick up those socks. And then, other little things that would bug me. He would come into the house after a long day, take off his shoes. Now, where do you think he put his shoes? At the front door. Now, that bugged me because just in case the doorbell rang and we would have guests, which we never did, but just in case, I wanted our house to just be beautiful, a showcase house. Now, shoes at the front door is not showcase worthy. So I would add that to the list of things I wanted to talk to him about. Every time that he did not do certain things that I thought he should do, guess what? Add it to the list. And it became a frustration for me, so much so that it affected my conversation with him. I had reduced conversation. You would think that he would realize that our conversation has shifted. Nope, not a clue. He just went about his happy-go-lucky life. So I committed it to prayer. Every morning when the alarm went off, I got on my knees and I prayed to the Lord. Lord, help my husband to realize the length of his list. Help him, Father, to understand the importance of taking out the trash without me having to tell him to take out the trash. Oh, that was my prayer. And then something happened to the course of my daily routine of getting on my knees. My prayer shifted. The Lord allowed me to start thinking about this great man of God that he has given me. And I started praying for his ministry. I started praying that the Lord would use him in the way that he desired, that he would become that great man that I know that the Lord is destined for him to become. And then my prayers started to broaden, and I started praying for you and praying for my children and praying for those on my job, and it was just different. And suddenly the list didn't matter to me. Now, there were still things on the list. The picture still needed to be hung. But my perspective changed. I received clarity. And Philippians 4:6-7 became real to me. It says, be careful for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, let your request be made known. And the peace of God, which passes all understanding, shall keep your hearts and your mind through Christ Jesus. So I don't know when it happened, but the peace of God is what I received. It didn't matter about the socks. It didn't matter about the shoes. I knew that God was at work. He changed my perspective. He also is working on my husband. But most importantly, my perspective was changed. It shifted. I understood the goodness of the Lord and the greatness of my husband. I hope that helps you. Remember Philippians 4, 4th chapter, 6th through 7th verse. That's it for now. Know that I love you infinity. Take care.